Thank you very much, and thanks a lot to our speakers that have shared a lot of interesting information with us today in this afternoon session. Before moving to the Q&A, as in the morning session, I will just very briefly let you know, looking primarily at the speakers, that as part of the sharing and reuse action, the European Commission is very interested in identifying the costs and the benefits, and for that reason, there's a mechanism that has been developed. I do not see Ioannis Sayas from the Commission in the room, but I do see my two colleagues from PwC. So if you would like your solution to be one of the solutions that can be used as an example of applying this mechanism and evaluating the costs and the benefits, do get in touch with Andrea and Luca, and they will help you with that. Thank you for that, and let's move very quickly to the Q&A. If you have a question, I come to you with a microphone, you ask your question, and then you also tell us if it's for one of the speakers or for everyone. Let's listen to your questions. Okay.
For all the panelists, whoever wants to answer, previously it was mentioned briefly by some of you, the users and the customers, and how they were involved in the development of your solution. And I wanted to hear from you how does user centricity plays in the development of solutions that are aimed to government and to citizens, but are sometimes used also by municipalities, by a high number of different type of users. So how users are taken into account in the development of these solutions?
Thank you. We can have a volunteer to talk about user centricity. If you would also like to stand so that you're visible in the live stream as well.
And, where's the live stream then?
That's great if you're there.
Okay. Yeah, for us it's pretty simple actually. Every development we do is being tested by some user groups, and we always make sure that all different groups of kinds of users are represented in our user groups. So in that easy way, we make sure that all of our solutions are user-centric. And also, before developing, it's our user base that lets us know what they would need, what functionalities they would like, what changes they would be happy to see. So both ways. Anybody else?
I'd like to answer in two parts. First, in Information Flanders, we have the Magna platform, but we have other services too. It's called Smart Subsidies, and the other name, it's not going to come up, certainly not in English. But that's a group of people, service design, that's the one what I was looking for. That's a group of people who goes to the clients of our platform to make sure that the applications, the tools that they provide to the end users, to the citizens or the end users and organizations are fit as the client expects. And the first question was on, there were two parts. There was user-centricness and there was another part. Just that was what I was trying to say. So what we do on the platform for the data services, I said it also in the presentation, we don't make services we make services as per request from our customers. So they come to us and they say, we need this or that, and then we're going to build it, and then we have the other people who are going to help them to make the solution user-centric. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you. Any other questions in the room? So then as a closing note, I will have one final question to our panelists. In all of your presentations, there is definitely work going on, but also inspiration to grow the use and the reuse of your services. And one very strong point there, in my view, is communication and promotion. And I would like to know what you and your teams are busy with in order to promote your solutions. So I'll probably start from this way, and we will conclude with that way.
For us, we have small government, and events like this is the best option for communicate to our customers. I think so.
Our software is for internal use, but we have a commission, Digital Immersion Commission, that promotes software in internal, in the administration, between secretarios generales, general secretaries, that are the organization chiefs. And the advance is very important. The last year is very useful, the commission of digital immersion from the Balearic Islands government.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, our promotion is, of course, you want to have contact with your actual users, but because it's open data, it's rather difficult. So we try to create all kind of ways to have to speak to our customers, users. By, for instance, we have a forum, we have a community for software sharing, etc. But also what we did is a simple open source tool. It's called ID Wall, where you can say, okay, we have like 100,000 further development budget. Please, user, give you a feature request, and other users can vote for it, and that's how. And then sudden feature requests we pick up in the next version, and this way we make sure that user that we are promoting it, but also that the user feels more related to an open data product.
Well, as Oscar is being developed in several projects and by several companies, several agencies, they will all, of course, promote their own solutions, their own services, their own platforms. But also, we arrange a yearly conference, and we are constantly having a newsletter and Twitter presence, and also these kind of events and speeches in conferences are quite an important way of disseminating information about the solution.
Germany is a federal state, and there are different boards from ministries of interior and so on and so on. And we will do a paper that the OSIP solution is in the finalists of the EU award. Okay.
Good to know.
In the beginning of the platform, we had a budget in which we provided to agencies to use our services and to commonly build the services. As we were growing, we didn't have to make promotion actually, because they came to us and we couldn't follow it. What we do now, we do have, as I said before, so we have people who work on service design. We also have a dedicated team of relationship managers, account managers, who go actively to our customers in like user groups, panels, and what we also do is what the so-called co-creation, as the ISA² standards. We do it, what I presented also in Oslo Square. We made that also together with the partners, so we can go for a wider adoption. That's in very short how we do it.
Well, what we do to promote our solution? A lot of things. But the problem is that we are for people. in the UBC Association. And for this, we use all the potential of open source. We work with communities. The communities organize events, conference. We use the social networks, Twitter, Facebook, etc. And very important, we work with companies, with small and medium enterprises. These enterprises go to public administration or to your clients to sell the solution because they sell services around open source software. Okay.
Thanks. To our integrating partners, contrary to my colleague, we used to be a paying service. Now we try to be a free service, so that that comes in handy PR-wise. But a big part of our job is actually making sure that everybody in the Flemish government knows what we do and how we can help other applications buy our service. That's for the integrating partners. But for the end users, I think we have a big challenge making sure that everybody knows how our solution works and what the value of our solution is for every citizen. So that is, in fact, for this year, one of our biggest achievements to realize. Oh, and we will do so by even more PR. Sorry.
Yeah, I think the big, for us, the big PR thing is conferences like this, because our problem is not really reaching our users, because the users come to us. But the real challenge is for the government, who has to make a budget or have to give budget for things like this. That's the real problem, because we're in the environmental sciences. So the problem is that there's different ministries for different kind of environmental studies. So they think they own their own part of the environmental study, and therefore, if one ministry has to do something for the other ministry, that's the real problem. So you should really need in the government is a different kind of organization. Just like we have a DG for ICT business in Europe, there's no ministry for ICT business in the Netherlands. So just by cross-bordering different ministries, I think that's the real challenge to develop these kind of solutions further.
Thank you. Please join me in applauding our speakers and thanking them once again for their very interesting stories here today. And enjoy the rest of the conference and the coffee break. Thank you.